There was a boy whose mind couldn't stay calm for even 10 seconds. He checked his phone every few minutes, and he had no idea that this habit was slowly destroying his life. The moment he woke up, his hand reached for his phone. No goals, no purpose, just endless scrolling. Slowly, his focus started disappearing. Even simple tasks felt hard now, and his mind was constantly craving dopamine. He wanted to become successful. He had big dreams too, but his entire day got wasted on reels and short videos. And every night, he felt guilty. Every night he told himself, "Tomorrow I'll change." But the next morning, he fell into the same cycle again and started hating himself more. Slowly, his motivation disappeared. Hard work started feeling boring. Books felt painful, and his patience was completely gone. His brain had become addicted to instant pleasure. He wanted everything immediately, and because of that, he couldn't stay consistent in anything. Now he scrolled for hours without any reason, and suddenly realized that the whole day was gone, but he had done nothing useful. He noticed something scary. His memory was getting weaker. His focus was gone. His energy was dead, and his mind always felt tired. Slowly, he started distancing himself from people. Even while sitting with family, he stayed lost in his phone, as if his connection with real life was disappearing. One day, he checked his screen time and got shocked. More than 9 hours a day were disappearing into a screen, while his life was slipping away. That night, he asked himself, "If I keep living like this, where will I be in 5 years?" And for the first time, he became scared of his own future. He put his phone down and stared at the ceiling for a long time, because deep inside, he already knew the problem had become serious. The next morning, he made a decision. He would take control of his life again. He deleted useless apps and turned off notifications. The beginning wasn't easy. Every few minutes, he felt the urge to check his phone. But this time, he stopped himself. On the first day, he reduced his screen time by just 1 hour. Then a little more. Then a little more. And slowly his control returned. Now he started waking up earlier. Instead of checking his phone, he started going on walks outside. And after a long time, his mind felt peaceful. Slowly, his focus started improving. Now he could concentrate longer, finish work faster, and for the first time, he felt proud of himself. He started reading books again, started working out, started focusing on his goals, because now his mind was becoming clear. The things that once felt boring started becoming interesting again, because his brain was finally healing. Now he stopped picking up his phone without reason. First he asked himself, "Do I really need this right now?" If the answer was no, he put it back down. Slowly his sleep improved too. He stopped scrolling all night, and every morning he woke up feeling fresher than before. He finally realized something. The phone wasn't the real problem. The real problem was his uncontrolled habits. Now he used social media as entertainment, not as his entire life. And that small change started transforming his mental health. Slowly, his confidence started returning. He no longer saw himself as weak, because after a long time, he was finally controlling himself again. Now he compared himself less to others, because he understood. Social media only shows highlights, not real life. His mind used to feel restless all the time, but now he started enjoying silence, because finally his brain was calming down. He taught himself discipline. Even when he wanted to scroll, he forced himself to stop, and those small victories made him mentally stronger. Slowly he started learning new skills. Now his time wasn't being wasted. He was building his future, and for the first time, he believed in himself. Now people started noticing his change, his focus, his energy, his confidence. Everything felt different. But the journey still wasn't easy. Some days he got distracted again. Old habits returned. But now he got back on track faster. Because he had learned something important. Consistency matters more than perfection. One bad day doesn't destroy your entire future. Now he stopped hating himself. He started understanding himself, improving little by little. And that mindset was making him stronger every day. He realized something powerful. Real happiness wasn't inside a screen. It existed in real life, where emotions are real and memories actually matter. Now he woke up every morning with purpose, because his goals were finally clear, and his mind was no longer addicted to distractions. Slowly, his anxiety started fading too, because his brain no longer needed constant stimulation. And finally, he started feeling peace again. Before, every notification controlled him. Now his phone stayed untouched for hours, and he didn't even care anymore. Because finally, he had taken his control back. He finally understood that time is the most valuable thing in life, and when people waste their time, slowly, they waste their life too. The boy who once felt mentally weak had now become disciplined because he learned how to control himself, and that one skill was changing his entire life. In the end, he learned one thing: if a person can control distractions, they can rebuild their life, and maybe even become the best version of themselves.